General neutral language. Chauvinist language immediately raises anger in many people. To hold the attention of your listeners, include everyone in your comments. Although he is still universal, overuse sounds restricted. Here are a few tips. Use the plural instead of singular pronouns, their instead of his or hers. Formulate sentences without pronouns. Everyone is expected to do the job well instead of his or her job. Be consistent in addressing women and men of the same rank or status. Frequently women are addressed by their first names, while men are called Mr. Surname. Use gender-neutral terminology. For instance, use workforce instead of manpower. Provide guidance for both sexes on invitations. Example, business attire instead of coat and tie. Illustrate with personal examples. Seeing is believing. People think in pictures, not words. Making use of personal examples aids people to quickly relate to your message without spending much time trying to mentally interpret your message into pictures. Here are a few tips. Help people to relate to you by sharing personal experience. Build a source of personal examples by keeping a journal. Use stories for your past to illustrate the point or the message you want to leave with your listeners. Express emotion. Emotion helps in understanding. It allows others to emphasize with us. Here are a few tips. Describe feelings as well as facts. Set limits. Extreme emotion becomes a barrier. Indicate that you are approachable. Example, smile, give a forward motion and extend your hand for handshake. Use body language as a part of your emotional expression. For example, smile, raise your eyebrows, or when appropriate, offer a hug. Short and simple. Keeping your sentences short and simple helps the listener to understand quicker and better. It also adds clarity, crispness, and power to your message. Here are a few tips. Match your vocabulary with the comprehension level of your listener. Rephrase the same idea in a different way. If you use abstract reasoning, be sure your listener understands. Ask for feedback. Avoid trying to impress others by using big words. Choose words carefully. Sometimes one word can replace several, providing greater impact. Keep your message focused. Watch semantics. The meaning of a word may differ according to the way it is used in a given situation. The speaker or writer could use a word intending a specific meaning, but the listener or reader may give the word a different interpretation. It is important to have a common understanding of the word. Here are a few tips. Know when your words might have double meanings. Clarify as needed. Ask for feedback to ensure that the message is received as you intended. Check with experts. Talk to experts on your topic. This adds credibility and intensity to your message. Here are a few tips. Find opportunities to meet leaders in your field. Be prepared to gain knowledge from experts. Make note of the speaker, date and occasion as well as relevant information you wish to quote soon after your encounter. Support your statements with specific facts you can attribute to an expert. Get permission from the expert if you want to quote in print. I'm doing research on this topic. May I quote you? Restrain emotion. There are appropriate times to express your emotions and times to suppress. It is important to control your emotions to maintain objectivity. Here are a few tips. Know when to express and when to hold back emotion. Control your emotion by taking a deep breath and exhaling slowly. Express strong emotions such as anger with carefulness. Avoid expressing intense emotions, which tend to cloud reasoning and decrease credibility. Take notes. During business meetings and at other times, it is essential to take notes of important points, as it will be helpful when you need to remember something. Always carry paper and a pencil or a pen to write down thoughts and ideas. Here are a few tips. Know what is important and what is not. Ask questions when you have a doubt. Record new ideas in those items on which you must take action. Spell the person's name phonetically so that you remember how to pronounce it. If you know how, also spell it correctly. Maintain a journal. Journaling is nothing but recording your thoughts, ideas and approaches in writing on a daily activity. Over a period of time, it comprises of our personal history and a reference point for reviewing our progress towards our goal. It helps us analyze and draw conclusions from things that occur to us. Here are a few tips. Use a bound book with linear paper to get started. Relax in a peaceful place and let your thoughts flow in quiet reflection. Write whatever comes to mind for a specific time. This is called free writing. Slow down and organize your thoughts. Think about what you are writing, look for connections,